In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zarok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude. How demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Hello again, folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is MediEvil. I'm your host, the Gamer Darius. This is a game that I've never played. My buddy Link actually loves this game, and I've only played a couple of the first chapters. I am emulating this, but that's mostly out of convenience. I do have it off of PSN for like $6 when I had initially bought it. And again, I had tried a little bit of this in order to get testing and such, right? But we're going to be starting a new game.
It has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better. Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
I hopes it does well too. Ugh, maybe I should just play through my PlayStation 3. Emulation crash. Anyways, so this is a action-y adventure game where you play as Sir Daniel Fortescue, undead knight who died, like the first one to die, at the top of some battle against the sorcerer. You must be out of shape after 100 years lying on your back. Use the crypt to get grips over your new lease of life, or unlife, however you want to say it. When you're ready to leave the crypt, you'll find an exit at the end of the hall. To unlock the gates, you must find a runestone and place it in the ornate hand set next to the doorways. Not exactly the most intuitive way to lock your place. That's clearly a secret. It's not such a good secret, but it's a secret nonetheless. During your travels through the world of Gallowmere, you will collect many items. To look at your inventory, press the select button on the controller. Select. It does this thing. I can wield my arm as a weapon if I ever lose my sword. Double tap is to run, something that they do not tell you during this, by the way. To do a power attack, press and hold the square button on the controller for a second or two, and then release it. Wata! It's the most interesting charge when one is a, skeleton. Feel free to have a paddle in the shallow water, but don't be tempted to go in for a swim. Buoyancy can be a problem for those of a dead disposition. So, deep water, bad. Got it. Now, I have played the first 2 levels of this. Any treasure that you find will go into your coin score. Yeah, that's a weird one. Displayed on the top right of your display. Intuitive wording. Coins are used to buy items from the greedy merchant gargoyles, which we'll encounter pretty commonly. It's the same gargoyles that had told us, yeah, you had a bad luck of life. But, grab this. That essentially increases my life total. Anytime you pick up a new weapon, it automatically switches over to it. But, we now have throwing daggers. They throw them at an angle. It's a little weird. But, let's put that star rune in there and escape the mausoleum. Now we're going to be back here at least once, as far as I recollect. Kind of wish that trying to read these wasn't such a difficult. Track down Zarok by retracing his diabolical odyssey through Gallowmere. You can spot the exits from an area by looking out for his stinky trail of magic slime. I don't really think I'd see this as slime, but okay. Magic, I accept. Slime, not so much. The hero of Gallowmere. Kind of a depressing sounding place, don't you think? Gonna go ahead and save really quickly just to overwrite my old one. Yeah, hold 23 minutes. So let's go on to the graveyard. I will try to cover as much as I possibly can from what I've learned in these first 2 levels, because again, I've only played these first 2 levels. And there is stuff that they, from what I've seen, they don't tell you. Like, for example, triangle is the block button. The shield has a little bit of a health of its own, so don't go thinking, oh hey, BT dubs, I'll block everything. Collect money. You press R1 or R2 and L2 in order to spin the camera around. And as far as I've noticed, there's no way to make it so as it'll automatically center on its own. Welcome back to your beloved Galomir. The stinking dead have risen up to dance with the lifeless living, and they want to do it over your dead body. Now that's unpleasant. Also, circle is jump, X attack, do the charge attack with circle, or square, rather. Now, you see that chalice up there? Now that I've killed this zombie? That we need to do in order to unlock more weapons that we'll be able to use throughout the game. But we can only pick up the chalice in each level after having slain a certain amount of monsters. In this particular case, it's just zombos, but you know, that's how you do. Earth Rune. And again, it's the corresponding rune to the corresponding door. I don't know if later on they're going to have more doors for more runes. Don't let zombies get you down. Tend those wounds by stepping into this fountain of rejuvenation. Nice little tutorial place. Just honestly wish that they had told you about shield blocking and shite. So far this is seeming easy, but again, you gotta realize that this is, in fact, the tutorial, so having easy to slay monsters might be a good idea. So, since we took a little bit of damage, why don't we just, jump back in there for a little second. Put that rune into the hand. And onward we move. I'm gonna charge for this one. Doesn't always kill them. But it does do a good chunk of change and damage. I'm gonna kill these guys before reading this next. There we go. Remember, nothing remains hidden under the gaze of an angel. It's a clue to this thing. We don't actually have to open up that way until we fill out the chalice's remaining bits. So we're gonna wait on that for a second. Instead, have it point this way. Ow. I've yet to find a way to destroy those little crawling hands, by the way. Maybe it'll be a thing later on. Who knows? Whoa. I don't know if it also happens during the actual game, but I do get a little bit of slowdown when there's so many enemies on the field. All the particle effects, yo. Yes, now we can collect the chalice. But we'll wait on that for a second. And say hello to the first merchant gargoyle that I think is through the entire game. Who will, by the way, have next to absolutely nothing to actually give me. That said, I'll go ahead and grab some throwing daggers. Now, that way's out of the level, I think. So we just gotta go back a little bit. Die, zombie. I know that there was something that, there was a chest over there that I can't seem to figure out how to get to. Curses, yo, curses. Wait, was this to the exit? Don't tell me that I screwed up my chance at collecting the chalice. Because I had opted to go a different way. I don't think that's the case. That'd be a little bit stupid. For the first level, especially. I think... yeah, okay. There was just a way down here. It also talks of a thing here. The living world lies beyond these skull gates. The master of the hilltop mausoleum, the stained glass demon, has possession of the skull key. So clearly we're going to want to collect that before going too much further. But let's go smack an angel statue for a second. Nice. Yeah. The object here is the chalice. Every time you dispatch an enemy, the chalice fills a little more. Once the chalice is full, it is yours to collect, and you will be worthy of visiting the Sacred Hall of Heroes to claim a prize. There is a chalice to be found in every region of Galomir. They are also hidden or well guarded. Only a true hero will collect the full set. So I don't know whether or not I'm going to attempt to get all of the chalices, but I won't say no to the possibility. This is a shorter game. From what I've read, this is actually like 6 hours, maybe 5 hours if you don't know where everything, or if you do know where everything is. That said, I'd really like to watch a speedrun of this at some point. Just cause I enjoy watching speedruns from time to time. Ah, more have joined the party. Chop them up, chop them up. Son of a stupid zombies. I know that you can block, but most of the time I just find it kind of a pain. Let's see what Mr. McGargoyle has to say.
Tread softly. Zarok awaits beyond these gates. The master meets with the demon from the mausoleum, hatching plots of purest evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
So Zarok just kind of wandered around the place, animating anything and everything to get in people's ways. Douche. Oh, what a nice little cozy place.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
I like weapons. Sounds deadly in here, though. To pay homage to the heroes, stand in front of their designated statues and await spiritual guidance. And the only way, it does not tell you, by the way, you can tell which one of these statues is willing to give you guidance, of which there are only 3 down here. Give me the chalice. With vague maybe imagery of oneself, is that the statue themselves will glow. You also can't get into these upper regions because we need to be truly worthy as a hero. In order to be able to ascend to the higher level of this hall, you will have paid homage. When you have paid homage to all the heroes on the lower hall, the ghostly stairs will become solid. Heh. Can't even jump into them. It's a shame. So yeah, this guy, he won't pay attention to us. Now this guy, on the other hand, seems pretty cool.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards.
I will happily accept.
Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir.
Oh, goodbye, sir.
Yay! We now have the crossbow. It does, in fact, have rapid fire. And it ricochets, which might be helpful. I actually don't know. But that's just kind of one of the things. The ammo is limited, but much like with the previous weapon, the throwing daggers, we can buy those at the shop. If it seems like I know very much about this game, that's because I have played these first couple of levels at least 5 times, trying to figure out whether or not, trying to figure out emulation settings and recording settings and all that fun stuff. Once we pass by this next level, that's it. We're not going to replay the graveyard. We're going to go to the Cemetery Hill. A nasty place. Also, this episode will be longer, if only because of the intro that was in place. Crossbow.
So, even fallen from the shackles of death. My old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
Well, that's just cheating. Read the damn thing. Some obstructions can be smashed down with clubs and certain other weapons. Try experimenting. Oh, I will once I find said weapons. Now, those weapons, though, have the disadvantage of being kind of a pain in the butt to find. Pew. Yep. That gravestone just protected that poor guy. No, I can't. Don't think I had tried to use the crossbow before, but man, if this thing ain't useful. We're gonna come back this way in just a little bit. Of great archaeological interest. Destroy the boulder and plunder the valuable treasures within. Archaeological progress, but also just loot the crap out of it if you want. Now, this is actually a really damn helpful weapon. As much as I do love myself some melee combat, the non-risk of taking damage is really nice. We could buy some more crossbow bolts. Probably should have saved my money so I can get some more crossbow bolts. Now, falling into that lava hurts a lot. Like, I almost want to say it's instantaneous death. We can jump over these boulders. Use our shield to block. But it blocks, each block takes 30 health off of the shield itself. So we want to just kind of avoid them. Also, we want to make sure that these guys die fast because they actually... they actually do a lot of damage. Found the club. The club is a crude but effective weapon. Bash with it, burn with it, but beware. One bash too many and it will break. So yeah, you see the club has a 100% thing. Now it has a 98% thing. This is also trapped. I guess I can show you guys how trapped. And explodes. I'm just grateful that it doesn't actually explode into the large-ass radius that it does, because that would hurt a lot. Now we got the club, we can go about bashing into this stone hall. Yes, that's the word for it.
Fresh air. We hate these dark old caves and their filthy stench of old witches. A coven of the warty old hags lived here once, unholy fires burning all night while they brewed up unspeakable muck in their cauldrons. They moved on years back, but the smell still makes our eyes sting.
Sounds like a rather pitiful existence, really. Charge! Cut him up. Cut him up. Come on, Daniel Fortescue. You're a mighty knight. Can handle a few zombos. Obvious secret is obvious. Not a secret. A guide to covens for witches and witchcraft enthusiasts. A witch's coven would reach the height of its power only when all of the sacred flames were alight. Witches have been known to offer help to the questing adventurer, yet they are a reclusive people and have to be summoned by the aid of mystic charms or talismans. We're never going to escape Talisman, the board game. Let it be known that help from a witch is rarely given freely, and the witch will more often than not make a request of the adventurer before any such help is given. If seeking to summon a witch, remember that they are quite territorial. Any signs of a previous witch activity in an area is good indication that a witch can be called upon. Okay. One moment, folks. Sorry about that. Alright. So I've yet to really solve this puzzle, but what it is, I presume I gotta light this thing on fire because of the whole sacred flame thing, and then that will release everything here, which is not really something I want to do. But I don't really... Oh, wait. Unless... Oh... I just move it into there? Oh my god, I'm a genius. Because he can light the club on fire. Yeah, oh god. Yeah. Okay. That went swimmingly. What is this? Found a witch talisman. Neat. Found a copper shield. Also good. We're gonna need that. Oh good, an energy vial. And found the chalice. And more money. Money is good. Man. I feel like an idiot now that I really? I can walk into the fire? Okay. Makes me really glad that I grabbed crossbow bolts. Although now I gotta try to get back up that goddamned mountain. See, the mountain isn't so bad. It's just treacherous, to say the least. So I'm gonna buy more bolts because I can. It's a useful weapon, damn it. As much as I love myself some big weapons like swords and the like, can't deny the fact of its usefulness. I'm doing this way better than I was before. I stand corrected. I doubly stand corrected. Yeah. Okay. Speedrun tactics. I have no clue what the speedrun tactics for this game would even be. Besides just praying. But once we get to the top of the tower.
We have failed the Master. We give our lives.
Well, that's unfortunate for those guys. I'm gonna go ahead and regenerate here. Ah, this feels good. Collect the treasure. And this is gonna tell me, hey, should explore some more. The adventurer would be wise to be thorough in the exploration of an area. Hidden locations reap great rewards. Actually, one second. Can I select? Yeah, okay, I can select the talisman. Can I? Oh no, it's not a selectable thing. Okay. I'll let you outside once I'm done this episode, okay? Shush. And now we're back in the Hall of Heroes.
Back from the battle so soon? It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes. See the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
Oh. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, so this is going to be a statue of me, but only when I am actually a true hero. Well, I can't go to that guy. Can I go to this guy? I guess I must really prove myself to these guys. Curses. Oh well, just means I have to leave this place. And I'll probably get lectured by that gargoyle. What do you mean without collecting gifts? Can I actually collect gifts? I don't know. There's no gifts to collect unless freaking Tim over here's got more.
Hurrah! I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
Sure. Oh! That helps immensely. Thank you. Okay. maybe things will go a little bit more right my way. Neat. Before I call it an episode, though, I'm going to return to tutorial area, aka Dan's grave, the poor bastard, and we shall see about finding out what is actually beyond that door. Because, you know, I wanna. Come on. Sometimes you just gotta hope and wish that things saved faster. But yeah, you can revisit old areas once you figure out secrets and whatnot. I think there might actually still be a secret for that witchy place. Don't quote me on that. I actually have no damn clue. Collecting things, because I can. Clear secret is clear. Although well built. Booyah, 4 light bottles. Alright. Nice. Okay. And as I was saying before, this is actually the place where I have absolutely no clue what else to do, where to go, bosses to fight, enemy tactics, all that fun stuff. It's gonna be a bad time, probably. It's gonna be hours upon hours of me just running around in circles, doing the same things over and over again. And if you guys can hear my cat meowing, I apologize. She doesn't like to be inside anymore, despite having been an indoor cat for the first 4 years of my having her. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, call an episode here. When we return, we go into the nasty place up at the very tippity top here, the Hilltop Mausoleum. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, because this is a pretty good game so far. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.